What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I've been asked to do this specific video by one of our subscribers. If you haven't watched yet, a couple weeks ago I did kind of like a prediction breakdown of the playoff races of both sides. But he wants to know, who am I going to pick to make the playoffs? Who's going to win the first round, who's going to win the second round, and who do I have to win the World Series, at least right now in the MLB. And so here we are. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a little cheesy. Trying this new format. Obviously, I like to do all my videos in one take, all that fun stuff. So we're going to do it with this. I created this fun bracket here. I have it already all filled out, of course. Hidden behind are the teams I've picked. So we're going to reveal them one at a time. I'm going to start things off with the wild cards for sure. And I'm going to start it off with the American League. These are my picks to make the wild card. It's the Toronto Blue Jays, of course. If you watched that previous video, I had the Blue Jays as the wild card pick. They're a couple games back right now, but I think they're going to make it up. And then I also have them playing against the Red Sox. Red Sox now have fallen out of the division lead. I think they're safely going to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the division. And at this rate, that's who I have playing in the American League wild card. On the National League side, we'll go to the wild card. I have the San Diego Padres against the San Francisco Giants. I know this isn't too much. I think everyone thinks it's going to be two teams from the West, but those are the two that I'm going to pick. Let's jump on. Who am I going to have winning the American League wild card? I got the Toronto Blue Jays. They're going to pull it off. They made some big trades, and I think they're just going to have that slight edge. They're going to pull it off on the road at Fenway, and that's going to put them up against the number one seed of the American League. In my mind, it's going to be the Houston Astros. And on the other side, same story. We got San Francisco Giants. I think they've been showing that they're consistent. I think, however, the Dodgers are going to pull it out over the long run of the rest of the season. They're going to make up that little ground. I know it's been close all season. Giants fans are going to hate me for saying that, but I think it's the safe bet to at least pick the Dodgers. They've just made some big trades, of course. And if we reveal the rest of the divisional rounds, of course, I got the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. I think the Phillies are going to come in there and take on that division, surpass the Mets. They made a couple of trades. I don't think the Braves have what it takes to make up that ground, and I think the Phillies are going to squeeze in there and be the weakest team, and they're going to go up against the other team, being the Milwaukee Brewers, in that first round. And then if we go back to the American League, the Rays, I have them winning the division. They're going to be slightly behind in my eyes of the Astros, and they're going to be on the road against the White Sox. They're going to finish third. The White Sox are going to have the second best record. And that's my predictions for what the divisional rounds are going to look like. And let's see who I think are going to win each round. We'll start with the top. Houston Astros. I know I'm a Blue Jays fan, but I can't really think that the Blue Jays are going to be able to pull that one out. I think the Blue Jays will be able to at least put them to 4, maybe 5 games, but I will say that if I have to pick Houston in 4. And then on the other side, Houston is going to play up against the Rays. It's going to be a rematch between these two teams. Maybe not last year. I might be thinking a little bit too much, but I think it's going to be a rematch. I think the Rays are going to handle the White Sox along in this one, maybe in like 4 games. It's a 5-game series, so I'm going to say 4 games. The Rays are going to take that, and they're going to play the Houston Astros in the American League Championship. Going to the other side, I think the Dodgers have what it takes to beat the Giants, and they're going to handle them. 5 games probably, 4 games. I keep saying 5 when I think it's 7, but it's only going to be a 5-game series in that first round. I keep making that mistake. So I'm going to say in 4, the Dodgers are going to take it. I just think they're a much better team, and they're just starting to ramp up, where I believe the Giants have been playing the best baseball they can possibly. The Dodgers have a lot of room to grow. And by the time the postseason comes, they've been there, done that. They know the marathon of the regular season and the postseason. They're going to be ready compared to the Giants. A lot of those guys, first time there. Although they did add Chris Bryant, so there's that. And then in the last divisional game, I do have the Brewers. And I think they're going to win it pretty handily over the Phillies. They definitely have the edge in all departments. However, if the Phillies offense can come and they're pitching, they do have the top of the rotation that could match the Brewers. They could make this one go to 5. But I do have the Brewers in that one. And then if we want to see who I'm picking for the World Series, It's going to be pretty anticlimactic, kind of boring at this rate, but we got the Houston Astros playing up against the Dodgers. So I think the Astros are going to handle the Rays. I think the Astros are by far the best team in the American League right now. Best rotation. They've addressed their weakest part, which is their bullpen, but really it wasn't that weak. And they have a solid lineup that really can have an offense that puts up boards. I would think that Astros could beat the Rays in about 5 games. And on the other side, Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, it's going to be a rematch. And last year, they played in the first round. Dodgers beat them 2-0. They're both very, very low scoring. I think the Milwaukee Brewers could give them a run for their money. And this one could very well go 6 or 7 games, but I still have the Dodgers with the edge. And that brings us to the final. Again, it's going to be anticlimactic, kind of boring. It's pretty typical of who to pick. I'm just thinking the Dodgers are on pace to repeat. I know they're not having the best season so far, but as a repeat, as a team that's been there before, they know that they don't want to burn themselves out in the beginning of the season. And I just have the Dodgers. They're going to win this one again, and they're going to get their revenge on the Houston Astros. They're going to get the rematch against the Houston Astros for that whole cheating issue, and they're going to lay the beat down on them. I think they're going to win that one in 5, and we're going to have Dodgers as back-to-back champions for the first time in a long time. So there you have it. This one goes out to Tommy, who has been requesting this video for a long time. Hopefully that is exactly what you were looking for, my friend. And if you haven't seen the other videos I was referring to in this one, I will put them up here and over here, and you can choose which one you want to watch. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We will see you guys for the next video. Thanks.